Good afternoon and welcome to the Snakebite, your new home for all things Florida Southern athletics. The Snakebite will be bringing you sports recaps, updates on what's to come for mock sports, as well as interviews with players, coaches, fans, and even athletic department staff.
We'll be covering many of Florida Southern home games and bring you field coverage from those events. This is your premier location to get all latest news on how your favorite mock sports are doing and when and how you can support them in the future. Our show will air every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on our Facebook page. Just type in FSC TV in your search bar, give us a like, and turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified each week when the show is posted.
Of course, the athletes are always going to be the star here in this studio, but today let's get to know some of the people who you see more often, our anchors.
Hello, I'm Jaquan Jones, but everybody calls me Slinky, and I'm a senior from Newburgh, New York. I transferred to Florida Southern from Quinnipiac University in Connecticut. I major in communications with a focus on multimedia journalism. I am a captain on the basketball team here, and I plan to continue my basketball career after college. When basketball is all said and done, I would like to be a sports analyst and get into real estate.
What's up, y'all? My name's Megan Price, and I'm a senior here at Florida Southern. Actually, yesterday was my last ever first day of undergrad, so some high fives for that, because that's exciting. I'm studying multimedia journalism here in the communications department, and will be graduating this May. I'll keep y'all updated throughout the semester as far as my plans on grad school in the future. In addition to the Snakebite, I am also a sideline reporter for our men's and women's basketball teams, where I report from the hardwood to bring live stream viewers an inside look at Florida Southern basketball. I'm looking forward to be starting this softball season as our play-by-play broadcaster for our FSC softball team. So basically, anytime you tune into Florida Southern sports, there's a pretty good chance that you'll either see my face or hear my voice, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Now let's get into the real news. How were the sports over the break?
Sports were pretty good. Basketball, a little bit of a rocky road. The men were on like this amazing streak before break. Had a couple losses over break. Had some really good wins too, though. So positives and negatives.
And swimming was doing really well over break.
Yeah, swimming did do very well. So let's get right into how swimming did. Men's and women's swimming both posted up some pretty impressive performances at the Spartan Invitational at the University of Tampa over break. Both swim teams competed at this invitational December 15th through the 19th. Here's how it happened. Men's swimming sat at 3rd of 6 after the first day and finished 3rd after 4 days of competition. Swimming superstar Matthew Holmes picked up some more medals on the season, as well as some stellar performances by Nico Campbell and Matthias Lopez to help carry the Mocs to this 3rd place finish. So Matt Holmes.
Hey, that's national champion.
National champ, excuse me. He is amazing. Has had, basically carried this team since he was a freshman.
Since a freshman, and he's All-American 3 times. So
FSC All-American, yep, 3 times so far. So we're expecting a 4th this season, right?
Yes.
So I'm excited to see how the rest of his season will pan out this year.
Well, let's also get into the women. Women's swimming was sitting at 5th out of the 6 teams after the first day and finished 4th overall. Katie Moore shined at this invitational and ultimately pushed the Mocs performance throughout the invitational. Moore picked up her first gold medal of the season on the 2nd day of the Spartan Invitational in the 200 freestyle with one of the nation's fastest times so far this season. The women's 200 freestyle relay team also recorded their fastest time of the season to place 6th in that race. Florida Southern also had 3 women scoring the 100 backstroke, with swimmers Kyra Fraser, Maria DeBello, and Mallory Mayer recording their fastest times this season in the 100 back. We also played lots of basketball over the break, with both our men's and women's teams adding some wins and losses to their record.
Men's basketball defeated Lindenwood University 99-91 on Saturday, December 15th to improve their overall record to 7-1 on the season. The Mocs went into the locker room down by 3 at the half, but a second half rally ultimately carried the Mocs to a victory. The team also hosted some teams here at the Jenkins Fieldhouse on Florida Southern's campus over the break for the Terrace Hotel Classic. In their first game of the tournament, the men's defeated Cedarville in a close one. The final score was 64-61 with the Mocs on top. Senior Jonathan Lawton's 3-point bucket with 3 seconds left was what gave the Mocs the win. In Game 2 of the tournament, the men's team defeated Bloomfield with freshman Kai Cleary scoring a game-high 24 points to give the men their 5th straight win on the season. This rounded out the Classic, giving the men 2 more wins on their schedule. The men's win streak fell off, unfortunately, when they traveled to Nova Southeastern University in Fort Lauderdale. The men dropped their first Sunshine State Conference contest to the number 5 ranked Sharks with a score of 117-95. The tough road continued for the men as they fell to Florida Tech last week. It was a big loss for the men, with the final score showing 77-59. This game brought out an uncharacteristically poor offensive performance that ultimately gave the Mocs their second Sunshine State Conference road contest loss. Getting back to speed, the Mocs defeated Lynn University 88-84 in overtime. Jonathan Lawton poured in a career-high 42 points, which carried the Mocs to a huge and much-needed win. This put them in 3-2 in conference play on the season.
The women's basketball team started their winter break games off with the Terrace Hotel Classic here at Florida Southern. In their first game of the tournament, the girls defeated Saginaw Valley State 91-65. This gave the ladies their 5th straight win on the season. Adding to their win streak, the women picked up their 6th straight win over Cedarville in the second game of the Terrace Hotel Classic. Senior Anya Foose-Robertson scored a game-high 25 points to carry the Mocs to a win over the Yellow Jackets. The women traveled to Fort Lauderdale to take on the Sharks of Nova Southeastern and came out victorious. The women pushed their win streak to 7 when they defeated the Sharks 79-72. The women's hot streak continued as they beat Florida Tech 67-62. Anya Foose-Robertson posted 26 points in a strong defensive effort in the first quarter to help FSC get the early edge to defeat Florida Tech. The women capped off their winter break games with their 9th straight victory. The Mocs dominated Lynn University 91-59. Senior Camille Giardina became the 8th moccasin to record 1,500 career points in FSC women's basketball history. Congratulations, Camille.
And here's what's upcoming this week in moccasin sports. The men's and women's basketball teams will both travel to West Palm Beach tonight to take on Palm Beach Atlantic. That's the Sailfish. And the women will also travel to Miami Shores on Saturday to take on Barry University.
Men's swimming will take on Emory in a meet here at Florida Southern on Friday and will travel to Davie to take on Nova Southeastern this Saturday.
Thanks for joining us on this edition of the Snakebite. Make sure you tune in next Wednesday at 3 o'clock to meet your new anchors and get caught up on all things Florida Southern athletics.
I'm Slinky Jones.
And I'm Megan Price.
And we'll see you here next week.